man, don't be a stranger.
Sounds good. Appreciate
Sounds
having me.
good. So you came out here from Austin, Texas, did you not?
I did.
How was the trip in?
Pretty easy.
Yeah. Did you go into Atlanta, then Chattanooga?
No, I went through Charlotte. Came out with our EVP of sales. He lives in Charlotte.
What kind of conversations, before we even get into your topics and everything, what kind of conversations do you want people having with you out here on the floor today?
Sure. I think the most important thing about what we do as Zengistics is we're trying to decommoditize the commodity, both through technology and advanced services that's more than just freight. And that's kind of what we're powered on. We're powered by Turvo, great collaborative platform that we use. And yeah, so we're looking for a lot of technology out here today, and that's what our business is built around.
Now, we're going to talk about something that I'm not super familiar with yet. There's so many asses these days. I mean,
Yep.
AAS, SaaS, hats as a service. What are you doing over there with your Zoom buddy? This is my buddy Mustafa. Love you, homie. You're looking good. You going to ring that gong later? So, and now we have transportation as a service.
Yep.
What is that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're the first to actually coin it, so I don't think it's out there. To me, I'll go a couple sides. Right now, we're kind of this freight recession. People talk about some challenges, but the reality is shippers and customers are also in a recessionary period. And the way we've thought about our business is if you can only just move something on a truck, you're commoditied through there. And so what transportation as a service is kind of like software as a service where you have a host that's built around a bunch of different applications. What we do is build around Turvo, as we talked about, but we're moving freight for people. We're actually doing consolidation strategies for them. We're actually helping people make manufacturing decisions, where to put their manufacturing location and their distribution to make sure that we have the best route optimization. We've moved upstream into actually doing planning services for most of our customers. That way, we're able to understand the trucks, the route, and everything else. And so, although we're moving freight as our main line of business, our ability to consolidate, route optimize, use data and analytics to give them better predictability around cost is kind of how we think about that transportation as a service bundled together.
So how is that different than like current 3PL models? A lot of what you said, it sounds like, yeah, that sounds like things I'm familiar with. What does TaaS do? How does that bring it all together? Yeah,
it's what we believe is a single account management layer, a single visibility platform from the actual software, and a single invoicing layer. So that's important to give the customer ease of use. But secondly, I think the conversations that we're having with the customers are different. As I said before, we're actually doing manufacturing planning for some of our customers now. So really understanding a couple levels upstream on what those choices and how they are able to build product, when they build product, to how that gets the distribution into the end-use customer is kind of where I think we've separated a little bit. We're really strong in the beverage space, being able to give analytics to our customers around every SKU type, where your minimum quantities are. Is my IPA during these summer months better to be moved at this time versus the seasonal side of it? So to us, the transportation as a service is decommoditizing just the truckload and being able to bring services into the customer that not only affect their cost side of their business, but their SG&A line. We actually took over planning for most of our customers. They don't even have people there. And we actually are showing through our work that we're actually generating more revenue for our customers. And so if you're actually able to generate more revenue, you're actually able to save on the SG&A line and on the freight line, we think that's a pretty powerful value prop to our customers.
Interesting. Do you have like an example? You don't have to name of customer. Sure. Do you have an example, sort of a mini case study you can give us of how this transforms something?
Yeah, Stone Brewing, and the reason I'll do that one is on the website, we've done a joint case study with Stone Brewing. A lot of the customers, we start off moving, a few pallets and a full truckload. We took 100% of Stone Brewing's outsourced logistics. And really what they were looking for was their biggest challenge was the data side of it, is manufacturing on both sides of the United States, on each coast. I need better cost data to understand by SKU, by exact beer type, what is the cost to move it to each distributor by state, by each location. We're actually helping them, you should actually brew this product in New Jersey because you're able to move it to Denver better with seasonality than when you coming out of California, which most people think, well, just split the United States down the middle. So we started with just cost per case equivalent, which is a very big beverage industry where we did really good work for them. Then we took it further into the consolidation strategy. We were able to consolidate their loads by 14% over what their current incumbent was. And so if you're running, 5,000 loads a year and you took 14% of every truck off the road, you're no longer in a lane by lane RFQ analysis. You're in a total cost of ownership piece of it. And so that's kind of the analytics side of it, the planning side of it. Obviously being able to run world-class service and visibility. True openness matters, and it's table stakes to what we believe. But that's kind of an example of some of the customers that we're working with.
You know, that's a great success story, and I loved a couple of things you said in there, especially about their sourcing. Like when I used to do RFPs, that was one of the biggest challenges, was to convince customers sometimes it would make more sense to position things over here. Like you look at your volume of freight, it's the way you're running your network, you're paying X company significantly more money than if you rethought about this. And it's great to have that data, but we're kind of at an inflection point. This has been a tough year in freight tech. I mean, it's no joke. We've had some major headlines about things. Is freight tech dead, or is it just going through the natural growing pains every type of innovation goes through?
I don't think it's dead.
Yeah.
There's definitely, like in anything in technology, there's a lot of things that fail, right?
Yeah.
You know, Convoy is a big discussion point and everything else. And although it didn't work, what I will say on that point is shippers lined up with hundreds of millions of dollars because they were hoping that something was different. There are, if you talk to the shippers, especially the guys that are really trying to evolve and change it, they're looking for things differently. And so how are you really thinking about the technology side of it as imperative? And a lot of great technologies here. Are they all gonna make it? I'm not sure. But I think it's the constant push for that. And as we said, you know, how we use Turvo is we have 17 different software applications API'd around Turvo. The cool thing about freight is, you know, it's like everyone's so niched in a certain piece of software. Like no one's going wide. They're going very, very skinny with something that does something really, really great. And then you can API it in and work through there. And so that's how we build our business, is really exacting pieces of software that do something really, really great, that allow our value prop to go. But no, I think there's gonna be ebbs and flows, and there's gonna be, especially next year if it remains soft, I think there's gonna be some carnage in this space, unfortunately, both from a technology side and from kind of the carrier side and the brokerage side. The strongest will survive, and we'll kind of go on from there and keep reinventing ourselves.
What's the key component that's going to keep you guys in the game, and it's going to keep your customers in the gang, and it's in the game, and it's going to do what it really does, is bring value?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we joke about it all the time. This is our best year in Zengistics history by far.
Yeah.
Profitability is way up, growth is way up. It's back to decommoditizing the commodities. We said it before, and so we don't fish in really large ponds. We know what customers really work for us. We're better at the emerging customers, that for every dollar they want to invest, they invest it into their brand versus into their supply chain, into their technology. And so we're very selective about customers. And so to us as Zengistics, the key is staying true to the strategy, making sure that we stay really focused in where we provide differentiated value, and being able to stay around that. And what we have found is there's enough shippers out there looking for things to be different that it actually putting it together, there's still tremendous opportunity for growth. And being a small guy, it's a lot easier to grow than the big guys trying to maintain, obviously.
Well, here you heard it from here. He's being successful. It's a tough market. He's kicking ass. So you're going to want to talk to them on the floor. But go prove it. Go hit that gong.
All right.
This is a competition. Everybody rings this gong. Someone's going to win the mini gong.
Appreciate it.